Sorry, I was pouring water.
It's all good. So, are we building that temple?
No, I told her to GTFO, like, leave.
Okay. Tesh, Nick works for Lex Luthor, to be clear. Just so you're aware.
I'm not like Varric's where I said, questioned it and then, had to almost leave and then came back and then accepted it, I said no. Firm.
Yeah.
Firm. Yeah. Jake, did you hear that as firm?
Yeah, I heard it.
I said no
Firmly
like 6
again-
times.
what was it? Anti-slavery. That's right. That's
Yeah.
what we're going with here.
Yeah, was that
All I heard is
stutter, or-
the chains are firm. Is that it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Tessel, the reforger of chains.
Oh, that's so bad. Oh my god. Dude, I'm going to start hearing propaganda from like Northern Kajiksi about that.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
Let me guess.
Oh my god.
They're going to unite the people one link at a time.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have fun with this.
Oh God.
It's not the best situation to be in, but
Hashtag Nick is the common denominator. Can we get that train going?
no.
Huh?
Hashtag blame Joey.
I'm fine with that one.
Is he the one that dropped the Fortune's favor for this character? Or was that Ano? Or who was that? I'm gonna say it was Joey, so hashtag blame Joey.
All right. Let's go. You know, ready to do some kingdom rolls?
No.
We just had like 2 full sessions of RP and whatnot, and you guys going on a little adventure. Discover a couple of things, fail some very important checks,
Constantly.
and then set a forest on fire.
That one's Joey's fault.
Sure.
So yeah. I guess I'm rolling for kingdom rolls.
Yeah, you're first, aren't you?
Yep. Does the locust event, does my stability go up before the kingdom roll or after?
Is it over?
Yeah, but you said every kingdom roll, the negative to the stability goes away.
Oh, that'd be after. After the stability.
After.
Goes away.
Okay. So I'm rolling my nice 26 against a 33.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Nice
Upkeep phase.
Thick modifier.
Shadow. Easy.
Oh wow. All right. -1
So-
rest is sexy. Okay.
And then -1 to the kingdom event 1, so it's only -1.
So your
And
control
the-
DC is a 33.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. That's good news. All right, next up is going to be I actually didn't even pull up the rules. So
Next is, I think it is edicts.
no, not immediately there.
Nope, I don't know.
What's up, Snaga? All right, let's go right to turn sequence. Upkeep phase. So it's a stability check. After that, is you pay your consumption, but your consumption is -1, so you're good to go there. After
I actually get a BP back.
did we ever fill your magic item slots?
Still haven't.
Really? We didn't
Did
roll
we-
for those for you?
Nope. We rolled for them, but we just never rolled the items for them. So I always forget to remind you to like do it too, so it's my fault.
But are you already full now?
Yep, I'm full.
All right, cool. So after that is going to be modify and rest. Do you want to try to utilize a loyalty check to reduce your unrest by 1? All you have
yeah.
to do is roll a 2 or higher.
Of course.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? I literally, if I roll a 1, I fail, and if I roll a 2, I succeed. So, Royal Enforcer. Shadow.
Anybody else kind of hopes he rolls a 1?
I mean, it's a 5% chance.
I mean, you kind of earned it with that statement.
Nope.
Oh shit!
Wow. Did you roll 90-20?
Yes. It doesn't do anything special unless you want it to. It is a crit success. Did I -2 in rest?
No.
Okay.
So, yep, you're down to only 1 in rust, which is good news. After that is
Sag.
going to be, so your control DC seems to not be getting modified. Oh, your control DC doesn't get modified by rest.
Yeah, it doesn't get changed by
Yeah,
unrest.
yeah, that's cool. Awesome. So then after that is going to be anything else. So you don't have any negatives, you don't have any bad stuff here or there, so on and so forth. All that stuff is kind of set where it was. So that's good news. There is BP that came you guys' way, but that's not going to come until your money collecting time, right? After that's going to be upkeep phase. Sorry, no, we just did upkeep phase. After that is going to be edict phase. This is where you assign leadership. So, all of your leaders are currently in place. You're not moving anybody around, so on and so forth. So you're actually completely good to go there. Now you can either claim hexes or abandon hexes, so on and so forth.
I claim the volcano.
You can claim 2 hexes if you would like. The volcano has already been explored. Are you really going to claim the volcano without having the diplomatic edict with the people that live there?
I thought I was gonna go personally. I thought.
I mean, that's a diplomatic thing.
I mean, we're claiming it, but we'll go diplomacy talk to them later, right?
To land on the outside and just be like, now you're my problem
We're
inside.
we're not gonna prepare the land yet, so we're not gonna like start making mines or anything. So.
I mean, preparing the land takes months, anyways.
So exactly. So I think I can claim it now without them even probably knowing.
Okay.
Just slap them in chains. I mean, it doesn't matter, does it?
Oh my God, we're not
Force them
slavers.
into the mines, right?
Just claiming it like the South China Sea. I don't know. Are you a socialist or a communist?
Wow.
They've been making these jokes this entire time since after break or before
Let me
break.
guess. You have
And-
3,000 years of history, right? So that gives you rights to everything. I see.
No, we have about 2 years of history.
2 years too many, right?
Yeah, thanks, Mao.
Oh my God. So yeah, we're claiming the mountain. That's it. We're not gonna claim any of the hex. Is it 1 BP to claim a hex?
I'm sorry. 1 BP to claim a hex, yes. And I assume you're going to start preparing it because it takes 4 months.
No.
Oh, you're not.
I don't have enough BP to start preparing.
Okay, so I need to change the color of this to, let's say, this. There we go.
And then at this point, I lose 6 BP because the watchtower gets finished.
Yep, the watchtower is now done, so you can actually
So-
just have a watchtower.
So it's what? Is it 6 BP?
Mm-hmm.
-6 for 14 -6. Math is hard. So I have 8 left.
And your watchtower does come online officially, so that means that your watchtower, now you have 2 of them, I believe, officially, which is good news. You have 13 hexes in total, which also is good news. Increases your control DC by 1, of course, which we already know.
Which is fine. No problems yet.
Yep. Let's see. Now, what else are you doing with this part of your upkeep phase? Sorry, of your phase?
I'm going to start construction of 2 buildings within my city.
So yeah, you can do terrain improvements. You're allowed a maximum of 3.
3
Are
and
there
then
any
2
terrain
buildings.
improvements you're doing other than claiming a hex?
Nope, I don't have the BP for it.
Okay, that's fine. So then, what are the buildings you're making?
I'm going to start the construction of a library and an orphanage.
Where's the library going to be?
The library will be. We'll put it up in the top left of the middle hex, or the top middle. I'll
Do
just
you
write
want me to spell it as library or the way people pronounce it, which is library? Like library.
spell it like a normal person.
Okay, cool. Then I spelled it the correct way then.
Okay, that's fine.
So it's more like B-A-I-R-Y.
Let's see, because library is 4 BP, 2 months,
Library.
and
That's how
a library.
Library.
That's how I say library. You know, and then orphanage is also 4 BP, 2 months, and there's nothing that is needed by now. Okay.
Where's it going?
The orphanage will go Next to the
dance
lot.
hall?
next to the library.
Okay. Ooh. Let's see.
And they both they both will take 2 months to build. So this is the first month, and they both take 4 BP each. So I have minus my 8 BP, so I'm at 0.
So
Tiny
there's
tip.
1 month left.
Yeah, they both have 1 month left. So
Okay. You might want to change how those are phrased there. And obviously, we don't need to add Watchtower or anything because it's not in this town. So you spent the BP to get those started. As you've already previously stated, you probably removed those from your sheet already.
yep, and I'm
So you
minus
Poe.
8.
Perfect. So no improvements. You're not going to create any settlements. You're also not going to create any armies, huh?
We don't have the money.
Okay. So you're going to get...
What is it to go negative? It's a loyalty check?
Technically...
I think so.
Technically speaking, you can't. But yeah, loyalty check.
Oh, is it that's just non-mechanic?
It also causes unrest.
Oh.
Because you're more or less going into the deficit.
Well, we can make an army in like next
I don't
week.
know if you've noticed in our country, but every time we talk about the deficit, there's unrest.
Well, we can always make an army like next week, or it's not like a monthly thing for an army, is it?
Correct.
So we can make an army.
Oh wait,
next
no,
week.
armies have to be formed during the improvement edict.
During
During
the
the edict phase, but then they can be disbanded and whatnot elsewise.
Okay. Do I want to raise the army? I guess I did say
Oh no,
would.
no, you can do it weekly. You can do it
Yeah,
weekly.
that's what I figured. Yeah. Okay, then I'm just gonna raise the army next week.
Okay.
And then
Do you pay consumption straight away when you're raising an army?
Yeah, there's a
think you
forming
do.
army consumption depending on what it is, and then it's every week thereafter.
Okay.
yeah, you spend BP to make the army. So.
Yeah.
Which is why I can't do it.
Mhm.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
We could just do it next week after my econ phase. And now it's economy.
Hold on.
I have
that issue edicts. Any edicts you want to issue?
Nope, nothing I want to change now.
Okay. Isn't it now that you also handle your advisor tasks?
Yes,
Okay. So
I think.
one of your advisor tasks you just handled yourself, which was the opportunity that you had
Yeah.
set before you. Hey, chat. Cell's character met with a member of the Broken Chain, branch of the Faith of Vroga. Chat, I'm going to allow you to all be represented, in your opinion, by Nick. Nick, how do you think that meeting went?
Oh, that went fucking awful.
Okay. Chat, I'm glad to hear your opinion on that matter.
It went great, is what I would say. No, it went pretty bad. But
Cell did get, by the way, a Winifred's Wisdom for Naren's weapon or doing your diplomacy. By the way.
well, I thank you. I don't know if I'm going to use it for either of those, but we'll find out.
Okay. As for
You're
other,
a terrible person.
As for other leadership, kingdom roles, I actually had one here for you. I just don't remember. I haven't read it in so long. I have to actually read it to remember what I'm reading. So please bear with me on this one. It was in Scheme Zone, and this is so while back now. I have to actually find it. Oh, there's Kushibashi. That's written plain for me. This one is for somebody wrote something. Oh, thanks, Anno. I actually went down to read. I was like, oh, somebody left a hint for me there. That Anno just wrote one single word. I'll allow you to guess what the word was.
L or F?
There we go. I think I found it. All right. This one task for you, sir, is called Caught Between a Rock and a Hard Place. Returning to work, the miners discover a small legion of Perrin soldiers hunkered down in one of the clan Shadow's mines. Reports from scouts in the area learns that these soldiers were once part of a larger army that clashed with Clan Steel, trying to repel the clan's incursion, but suffered grievous losses on both sides. The company's commanding officer was killed during the battle, and command fell to his young Lieutenant Centurion, which, as you know, is a rank in their military. The lieutenant tried to bring the survivors and wounded to safety away from the pursuit of Clan Steel, but mistakenly brought them to Clan Shadow lands. After further observation of the soldiers, they don't seem to be openly hostile towards our people, but refuse to leave the mines, trying to take care of their wounded, and afraid of another assault if left vulnerable. These are the people you can choose to act on this situation. Your envoy, which, by the way, did you already send your envoy to do something? Aaliyah is currently about to go handle something else, so you'd have to have her ignore this matter while she is heading down to speak to the other Paradel soldiers, or handle this while you're still trying to amass an army to back her up as she goes to speak to the Paradel soldiers. So keep that in mind. Your war chief is another opportunity for you. Your tail bearer, which for everybody is his Atelia's actually already busy. Yep.
Yeah, she's gone.
And she actually had two options, but she's gone currently. Or your sentinel, which is what you call your marshal. TikTok.
Is he also busy?
No, actually, he's not.
Okay.
Oh wait, was he going to go talk to the? Yeah, no, he was not.
No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So envoy. Let me read these options for you. Similar things are coming to you as Nick, Jake, and Nick as well. Your envoy. These are not invaders to Clan Shadow, but frightened soldiers trying to return to their home to their loved ones. The lieutenant is desperate to get his people to safety, but is too young and inexperienced to come up with a proper plan of action. Let me speak to my fellow kinsmen to convince him to allow the miners to return to work, and in return send a message down to Paradel of their situation to extract them. Perhaps getting the Paradel's good side could benefit the clan, and they might even be useful if Clan Steel becomes problematic in the future. War Chief. Clear them out. If Clan Steel comes hunting for these soldiers, it will bring their battles to home with our people in the crossfire. If we present the bodies as proof to Clan Steel, perhaps we can cool relations between us. And Sentinel. Because obviously Tailbearer is already busy. Sentinel. These soldiers disrupt the daily lives of our miners and trespass into Shadow lands. Demand that these soldiers surrender or worry about another clan with more competent weaponry than the ones they previously faced. It also sends a message to Clan Steel that we do not accept anyone who trespasses, no matter who they are.
You know, which mine kind of matters here, I guess? Is it like a mine within actual Kajinxi lands or Perrin lands?
They're all your lands.
True. That's the right answer. We'll send I think it's best to send Aaliyah because you can use them to help temper connections.
Days to resolve 10.
Yeah, we'll send Aaliyah, and then when we resolve that, we'll have an army ready to protect her, and we'll have theoretically better relations with the Perrin down south anyway. They might be able to ease the tension. So yeah,
depending on how things go.
Yeah,
all right.
100%.
So Aaliyah is a trade negotiator, a connoisseur, and pride, and none of those would actually apply to this one. It is going to be a loyalty check for Aaliyah. So you're going to be rolling a loyalty check for Aaliyah, which for her is a goddamn +7. She is like insanely good. Joey set the DC for this one to simple, but considering the touchiness of the situation, I actually kind of want to set this one not to simple, but more to average, because it's balanced between Clan Steel and Paradel, between two effective enemies. So I'm actually going to up Joey's suggested difficulty to average, because that makes more sense. Aaliyah has a disgusting bonus anyways, so you're probably going to crush this without even trying.
It's fine.
The bigger cost is how long it takes to accomplish the task. So why don't you go ahead and DC 12 for an average check. Trade negotiator is not going to apply here, I don't believe.
I do believe. Oh, it's not greater than 7, is it? It's exactly 7 higher than 12.
What?
I already rolled.
Oh, what did you roll?
I rolled the 19 total. I rolled the 12 on the die.
Oh, okay, cool. So it's a critical success, isn't it?
You said greater than 7, not greater than equal to. I don't know if you meant greater than equal to.
7 greater than event DC.
Oh, so it's 7 greater than. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So is it just the easy way to read that. 7 greater than event die. So yeah, you apparently had critical success in this endeavor. So for your critical success, we will get to that in a moment. For your next task that you had to deal with, one of them was Aaliyah is heading down to go into not Aaliyah, sorry. Atelia is heading down to Clan Steel to see what it is that she can find out. She's actually looking to do a little bit of spying and what it is that they know inside the mines, so on and so forth, right? So it's actually going to be an economy check because it's trying to find out shit pertaining to their commerce. Atelia is not a Patreon character, so she doesn't have any additional bonuses. And because she is coming from your clan, that does kind of increase the DC from what it was before. Whereas it was, I think, before it was diplomacy checks, that's right, which were very high DC. I would say to try to find out about the salamanders inside the mines, the volcano. I think I want to be mean on this one. I said this one's challenging. Because you try to find those secrets.
That's scary. Whoever gave the... Can I use the Winifred's wisdom on this?
Absolutely, yeah, of course. It gives you a
I'm sorry, whoever gave that to me. I think it was Joey. I'll take my +10 here. I want to succeed.
Okay. I'd say against DC 16 to be clear.
Yeah, I have a +5 normally. Now I have a +10.
Correct, yes, sir.
So, I beat that by a lot.
Yep, you absolutely annihilated that one. You're sitting there going, I should have saved my Winifred's. So,
you never know what the dice have.
She critically succeeded in her success over there as well. I'll get to your what that means for you momentarily. Obviously, you have the problem to the south of where you are, but that's not something that could easily have been handled. So we're going to have to get to that one shortly for you. Did you remove one from the stability penalties that you had from the locust problem from before?
Yes.
Okay. And were there any other ongoing issues down there? I don't think there...
No, there was not. I wrote potentially active volcano.
Oh, that's right. But there's nothing
that's because,
there's actually nothing coming from that at the moment. I think you just had those 2 problems to deal with.
Also, sorry, there's another, so that means 3 more months till Lenny gets Ascending Stone.
Okay, cool. And so I think that actually handles that. So then to give you your successes for what those get you. So dealing with the people inside the mines and the way that she dealt with them. Where's the words I'm looking for here? Going down there, speaking with them positively, trying to get them to benefit, so on and so forth. You actually, with her critical success, not only does she succeed and get those benefits in a second, she actually succeeds in such a way to get the Lieutenant Centurion to lead the soldiers with her to the other soldiers that are to the south. Showing that you are not enemies here. You actually went and alleviated them from the stresses of having lost against a different clan in the area, etc., etc., etc. So they're going to lend a boon in the upcoming conversation that she has with the Parallel soldiers that are on the hills to the south of where you are, right? Cool. And then you have... and then after that, you are going to have... sorry. And just the general success there. Let's see. You are going to gain stability from this event. You're going to increase the stability in your lands by 1.
Permanently or temp?
It's permanent. Stability increased by 1. And you are going to increase your fame by 1 from events.
Yep. Okay.
Now, this is, of course, predominantly with Kajinxi, with Paradel, but word spreads, right? Now you have, with the other ones there. So the way that she, first and foremost, what she was able to discover was that, they had absolutely no clue that there were salamanders there. You did not know that, at all whatsoever. But because this was an economy check, one of the things that you were able to discern was that Clan Steel, their mines, the ones that they have been digging in, are actually ones that they've been digging in for years and years and years. And so, unfortunately, those mines are starting to be a little bit more less frequent with how it is they're able to pull ore out of it. They're actually not generating as much income lately as they would have been prior. So they're actually struggling a bit with economy, and because of this, they're let's just say reinvesting into the infrastructure of spreading out to gather more mines. Now, you Tesla obviously understands how fucking expensive that is to search a mountain, claim the mountain, spend 4 months to prepare the mountain, then build the mine on the mountain, and then slowly start returning the ROI for that. It's a very slow endeavor. So they're most likely going to start reaching out to other mines in the area pretty quickly. You learn this. But here's where the critical success comes into play. The learning of that also leads you to understand that the trade that they currently have is, of course, a bit strained because they're not producing as much as they did before. That means their trade contracts could potentially be weaseled into. Not necessarily poached, you don't produce enough ore, but you could weasel your way into supplementing the income that they're not making otherwise. Their total here, this is all information. This does not actually give you a benefit mechanically. It just gives you a lot of information, including like how it is you can go about those contracts, so on and so forth. And these are clans to the north, of course, as well as let's just say people to the east of where they are. You don't know who it is, though. But they apparently have a path through the mountains. All right, so that concludes those. Let's move on to the next part here. Income phase. So, you have no edicts you're issuing?
Nope.
Cool. Income phase, you're not making any withdrawals. You're not making any deposits, unless it's to Nick. Let's see. You're not selling any expensive items, so you're going to collect taxes. Before you collect taxes, let me check one thing real quickly for you, sir. Redemptions. These old ones. BP, they say they have names on here, but I'm pretty sure they don't go to individual people anymore. They go to all of you, right?
Yes.
You up the cost, and now it goes to all of us.
Yeah, so someone says some money's for good measure. Somebody says from Snake to Jake, but he's broke as a joke.
True.
It's funny because it's not even from Summon Snake. It's from somebody else. One says, sell, here is some lunch money. Oh, that's from LD. One says, Nick, no reason. One says, some Karuk coins. But coins is spelled with a K. And then you have another one that says for Jake. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total. And I have to read how these are phrased because my brain is not very smart. I don't remember things. Rewards.
What Keegan sent? Some of those I think might be old. I feel like I remember the first.
I
two.
definitely did all this in. So each one of these will give 1 BP to each. Okay, cool. So it's just simply 1 BP to each of you. So that means you get right now 6 BP. The other two don't get it yet. Okay.
And then I roll econ.
Yes, sir. With your current tax situation. I'm not looking, so whatever your result is, tell me.
It's 13. I'm gonna luck it, I think, right?
Go right ahead.
+3. I'll do the math. I think it'll just be 17 though, because it's a +3.
I'm looking now. Sorry, I had to look away to
Yeah, I get 17.
So 17, cool.
Yep.
On top of the 6, you got 23 total.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then to finish up your turn, we have your event phase. Where you're currently sitting, there's a 25% chance of event. So why don't you choose somebody in chat to roll that D100 for you, sir?
Xylamos, my friends.
Why do you have negative ABP right there?
Because it's
Low
what
is
will
bad. Xylo.
because next turn I'll have to minus 8 BP for my library and orphanage.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's just so I know what I need to
I understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
It's a D100 Xylamos,
It's
not a D20.
D100. You're a failure.
I know what event's gonna happen.
Life.
I guarantee it right now.
What are you saying?
An event will happen. 1,000% chance.
Nah, I'm actually pretty sure it's not gonna happen.
I don't know.
It's
It's
gonna be a never
Xylonos.
rolled in like the 60s.
I don't know. I don't think we've seen Xylonos roll.
Wow.
Steve rolled it, but he stole the roll from Xylonos.
Steve. You just slowed this out. Oh, 70s. Close enough. All right. That means next time is a 75% chance.
Yep.
Okay.
That's it then.
That's it. Your turn is over. That leads us to Jake the Snake. Ready to take a break?
Isn't it
Nick's
Nick?
next. Yeah.
Jake's last.
Jake is last for a lot of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen his economy?
What we mean?
I know he's last, so we can't go to war with him because he didn't pay his bills this month, right? I know you owe me money, motherfucker.
Don't worry, I'm borrowing more off Cell, so don't worry about it.
Are you opening up credit accounts to pay your other credit accounts?
I mean,
I
hey,
heard we get six BP, free BP, so you know, I might toss you one or something.
You got a problem, friend.
got an addiction.
All right. So I'm going then. Is that it? Is that what we're doing?
It's your turn.
Yeah, you're gonna take
Yep.
a turn, but Tesh, if you're still here, I just looked in our Inclame chat, and you said Jim Nightshade looks good, but for some reason I read that as Jim Browning, and I was like, wait, Jim Browning? And I was like, oh no, I don't know how I saw that as that. I think I'm just obsessed. All right. So, anyways, you sir are gonna start from the top.
All right.
Let me grab your. Let me grab you by the URL. For a moment there, you missed Joe President, didn't you?
Oh.
All right, Nick. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to make your upkeep check. Oh, you have no unrest. If you make this upkeep check, you actually gain BP. How does that make you feel?
I think you just cursed me, you son of a bitch. I've been rolling very well on building or kingdom checks, and I know the Piper's calling.
Well, you have to only roll. If you roll a natty 1, it's still technically a 33, except it's a minus 10, so it's only a 22. So you would fail. I shot you 23, whatever, so you'd fail. But go ahead.
I believe in you, Nick.
Chat, that's a 2. You can't really see, it's just barely off frame. That's a 2.
Hey,
Wow.
a 2 is a W.
That is a W. Wow.
And if your last name is Gates, W means wife. So, excuse me one second. Peanut. Sorry, 1 second.
Facts.
Excuse me, Viking.
Scott will never stop choking on the nuts. Don't even try. Can't stop, won't stop.
Consider I'm eating Baby Ruth, Mr. Goodbar, and Reese's peanut butter cups. I got all sorts of nuts in my mouth.
A lot of different types of nuts, different colored nuts, different shapes.
Big ones, small ones, some as big as. All right.
Old ones?
Oh.
Oh, let's not get to the other extreme there.
Old ones, Neil ones. So
That's terrible.
So, ready? Here we go. After that is you succeeded, so you immediately gain 1 BP. So you actually get to add. You're up to a 19 in your treasury, which is pretty awesome. Next thing that happens for you is you pay your consumption, which is 5, so your 19 drops immediately to a 14 as you hate yourself for not having a more efficient way of managing your kingdom. Which is funny because you have... Oh, that's Nick. I mean, that's Jake. You're Nick. Oh, you have 5 farms, too. Holy shit. All right. After that, you're going to...
Check Discord, Scott.
I'm going to try to check the Discord. I actually sadly don't know what you mean by that. Huh. That is a little too vague for me. Either way, so Nick, for you, after that is going to be filled magic item slot. Are all your magic item slots currently filled in?
I don't even know. I don't have any, I don't think.
Nope. Well, I don't think we. Did you ever fill this out in your sheet?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think any of your items provide magic item slots.
No, I think I got a building that's completing this round that will finally do that. I got a herbalist hut going in.
And so you after that is yeah, that's right. That's gonna be super exciting soon. If it's modifying rest, you don't have unrest, so you don't have to worry about it. So you have to worry about the Royal Enforcer. So immediately goes to Edict Phase. Edict Phase, you already have all of your amazing rulers in place, so you don't have to worry about anything there. After that's going to be claim and abandon hexes. How many hexes are you claiming?
1. And did we explored one of these jungle hexes, right? Are they jungle or forest? Right.
This is actually a forest on a hill. It's a hilled forest. And then this up here is just forest. Well, jungle. It's like rainforest, to be clear. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, because, vastly different cost, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I kind of want to claim this guy right here.
I actually want to see what the cost difference is because I also don't want to cripple you as a character concept.
It is pretty big.
Well, don't worry, because mountains are also crazy expensive, and Jake has it nice and easy on the plains. He doesn't have it easy, I promise you. He has it nice and easy on the plains. Like, he has...
Yeah. Expand in a desert. What are you on about?
He's expanding into all these areas with lots of undead and things that weren't going to start.
And desert,
Right.
It costs... Great. Yeah. We all have our own suffering.
Yeah, jungle preparation time is also 4 months, and preparation cost is 12. So the way that we'll handle this the way this will be is that the ones in the hills will actually it's all jungle, isn't it? Yeah, it's all jungle, unfortunately. That just makes sense.
That's fine. Sounds good. And is that 12 all the way up front, or do I pay
over time? You pay actually, because it takes 4 months, you pay 3 a month for 4 months.
3 for 4 months. I will take it. Let me put that in my little planning sheet I got going on.
It's like when you're shopping around on Amazon and they're like, you could buy this right now for $35 or for 6 payments each of. And you're like, go away, Amazon.
It's so funny. I'm shopping for land in real life. It's much scarier.
Gorham, Maine, Nick. Just move up to Gorham, Maine with me.
So I can work from home. The other half cannot.
Yeah, but that's why you just sever the other half. You know what I mean?
Actually, living in Maine would be cheap enough that she could just stay at home.
I was kidding, but Gorham, Maine is immediately outside of Portland and South Portland, so it's very easy to
No,
get
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Well, I used to live in Portland.
I know. We can tell that story if you want of the time I visited you.
Why don't instead we say we'll have her get a job at Smiling Hill Farm so we can have discount on milk and ice cream. Do you think she'll be down with that?
Probably, but I'm already fat and pre-diabetic, so.
I want to join you. Please let me be your brother. Let us die together with clogged arteries and liquid shit. Of a
Fogged,
statue
yeah.
just unblinkingly staring off its space, like, please remove me from the scenario.
Okay, so we're gonna start taming that. Let me remove that 3 BP real quick. All right.
Oh, I'm using the wrong thing. 1 second. And then, technically speaking, you could actually also claim another one as well, if you wanted to.
I think we're gonna be okay. Slow and steady wins the race here.
You don't want to claim another one?
No, no. You see that wonderful stability check? That's yeah.
What is it?
That
You just
I
increase it?
can. I know.
34 is
I
nothing.
know.
That's easy. You can easily beat that. Come on, man.
No, I would have failed that.
No, you hit a 34. So why don't we up the ante a little bit? Come on, buddy. No?
Yeah, go back to choking on your nuts.
So what did you say? 4 rounds? So 3 more rounds. I
Yeah.
think? Oh, Jesus.
We got. Okay, what's next?
All right, so you don't want to claim any more hexes. To be clear, you other ones that you were thinking about was this hill right here.
Ooh, right.
You gotta get it before Eric's does, if you know what I'm saying.
That was actually my thought. Fuck it, grab it.
All right, that's what I thought. And because it's a hill, how long does it take to prep?
Your mom.
I'm not sure how to take that.
1 month, 2 BP.
What was it? 1 month, 2 BP?
Correct.
Okay.
Just spend my money. I feel like Jake now. I'm just spending money. I don't even know if I have it. Just.
I was going to say at least you have the money to spend, but
Let's see. So claiming 2 hexes costs you 2 BP, and then preparation for the hill. You pay the 2 BP up front, so that costs you 4 BP, and then 3 from the jungle that you just started. So that is 7 total BP you just spent out of your. What did you have a moment ago?
I dropped it down. 11.
You had 19.
50,
Take away
yeah.
5 is 14. 14 take away 7 is
7.
Yeah. So
Yes.
So yep, cool. And this hex right here. Actually, I should delete this because I'm a dummy. This one should actually copy this one and paste this one here. And then we... Come on, you can do it. We turn this white. Save, and then we put that on there. Cool. Awesome. And that way it actually expands your vision a considerable amount too. You can actually look how much more you can see too. Like you're actually really starting to take in the sights of what's over there and whatnot, which is nice. It's actually one of the cool things is that you can see now is that because you can see how much purple is visible right here on this hex, the fact that you're not seeing that purple right here can lead you to believe that this hex right here is likely not taken by whoever that purple tribe is. It's actually a good bit of information to have. That's not necessarily true, but you know, at least looks that way for this moment. All right.
Yeah.
So that brings you down to how many BP? 7 we said? Awesome.
Correct.
Next up for you, sir. In this phase, anything else you want to do, like build any roads or any other improvements whatsoever? Are you saving that money for what you owe for houses?
Yeah, I'm saving that.
Okay. So then continuing down, you claimed 2 hexes. You did 2 terrain improvements by starting to build up on those hexes. What buildings are you going to craft?
That is.
Or are you currently in the middle of paying off buildings?
Both.
So this town, you still have your herbalist. 6 next. Oh Jesus, you're paying 6 right now.
Yeah.
But your herbalist is done, so you're down to what, 1 BP?
Yep.
So that's good.
And the pier cost me 4, so I'm technically -3.
Uh-oh. That means your unrest increases by 1, and you need to make a loyalty check. Actually, your unrest is increased by 1 per BP, or is it just 1 per draw? I think it's 1 per draw. I just need to double check that real quick. Give me 1 second. When you take from your treasury, Each time you withdraw BP for personal use and rest increases by 1 per BP drawn. But this isn't for your personal use, so make me a loyalty check. DC is 34. You just typed the word loyalty.
Yeah.
I think you just press that Royal Enforcer or whatever it is.
Yeah. I've got broken macros on my thing I got to get rid of. But yeah.
Gotcha. No, Viking. Once it's underway, it's underway. That's a 28 against a DC. Actually, your DC is 34, not 33. Yeah. Oh, you should know it's a 35.
Oh God. This is all your fault, Scott.
So, 28
Wait.
against a 35.
Why is your loyalty so low?
Can I luck that?
You
No.
No, you can't. Your highest is a 32.
Yeah.
How much unrest did you have?
None. So
To
I'm not
answer
really
your
worried
question,
about it.
why his luck is so low is because unlike you boys, he didn't cheat and just fill up every slot in his kingdom. He left 2 of
I
them
didn't cheat.
open for
I left one
replan.
open.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Whatever you said.
Sorry,
Either
Tessa
way.
just ate getting married.
Jake's like, fill me up, Buttercup. Lay on the cream.
Wait. What is your royal loyalty check? What was it for? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
He overdrew his bank.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
All right.
Yeah, you gotta ask for a loan from,
No.
Daddy Tessel.
Nick, roll me a D4.
Oh, jeez. Makes sense.
So your unrest is going to go up by by 3.
Cool.
Yep, that means your loyalty is going to be even more difficult to accomplish. So continuing on from there, sir. Make deposit. So that's your peer. So your economy is currently at a -3, right?
Yep. Isn't that how many BP I loaned you, Jake?
Oh, and you're
Yeah,
still
2. You get it back, buddy. All right.
you're still 2 months out for your
Don't,
peer,
don't
right?
worry.
Still 2 months out for your peer. Cool.
Yes.
With Shinrin, now your herbalist is currently in place. So with your herbalist actually in place, which is actually going to increase your stats by a smidge. Your loyalty and stability both go up by 1. Population increases by a bit. You officially have the herbalist, which has important details involved to that, as previously discussed. Moving on, you are now into your edicts phase. Okay. Were there any important personal edicts you wanted to do prior to my hitting you with your event stuff?
I don't think so.
You ready?
Yep.
All right. Let me see what they wrote for you. I think yours isn't that bad because of who it was that wrote yours. Let me read it.
Thank you.
I didn't say it was good. It's out of the woad work. Following last month of wild growth and roots ruining crops, it is now clear something is going on in Eldamar. The Hafue are active and seem emboldened, and there are reports they claim that the forest is starting to fight back. They suggest that a powerful Fae is capable of rallying the woods itself, and that the wild growth is a sign that the woads will soon form. That is so accurate after what happened last week, even though this was written prior to that. Rarely seen guardians of the forest that only form when the land is threatened, or if it's commanded by an archfey. What should we do? Challenge type is, strangely enough, economy. Difficulty is going to be depending on some stuff. This is important to note, Nick. Are you ready? Time to accomplish this task is 21 days, which means whoever you put on this task is effectively removed for the month. They're still here for their kingdom rolls next month, but they're effectively removed from handling anything else, including meetings. Okay? You have your general, your grand diplomat, your high priest, or your magister. Your general. Who's your general? Let's look at that for a second.
That is Karzug.
Yep. The enemy is sticks and stones. We can create a fire break and clear out a band of ground that will prevent any activity close to our city. We should trust our defenses this time and to only harvest wood from our side of the fire break this month. It is difficult to predict a supernatural foe, but they will have to pass over clear ground if they want to try something. Okay? Grand Diplomat. Harvesting lumber is going to be very dangerous dangerous if there is something to this. I can head to the northern clans and explain that our output will be lowered this month and beg off our obligations for a short while. High Priest. We can try a ritual to assuage and soothe natural spirits. Our recent incursion to Eldamar might have angered some natural spirits. It may not be more than that. If we show a little respect to the forest for the bounties we claim, this trouble may yet pass. If it is the work of Fae, they too may be appeased by a show of respect and a ceremony. And lastly, Magister. Oh, sorry, your High Priest, to be clear, is...
Eric Hoof.
Eric Hoof, yep. And lastly, Magister. Wodes, Archfey. I will not dispute the strange wild growth we have seen lately, but these are rumors and unsubstantiated at that. I will advise change nothing. Ignore this as no more than a ploy from the halflings. Ooh, racist term used in everything. That's from your... that's from the Marshal? No, Magister. Oh, makes sense. Ryan. Yeah, he would definitely call them halflings.
I'm going to say, Hoof, this is your grounds. You fix it.
Okay. We're going to leave it to Eric Hoof. Awesome. Would you like to roll that now, sir?
What's the DC?
So what Eric Hoof is trying to accomplish is to do rituals for them. It's either average or challenging. Let me look real quick. Eric Hoof is here with a +5. The DC for you, Nick, I'm sorry. Because of what happened last time you guys were there, after that was written with Kishino Cell, it's going to be, let's just say, challenging or hard.
With a +5, huh?
It wasn't my fault. I got trump carded.
Yeah, whatever you say, Mr. Trip over your own legs, set the forest on fire. I'm blaming your hair.
You know what? I can accept that.
Well, Nick.
Fuck.
Well, if it's challenging, give a 50-50 shot.
All right.
Before luck.
Right, yeah. Yeah, sure.
If it makes you feel any better, it's an economy check, so technically you have a -1.
Oh, yeah, it's 1d20 +4 now, huh? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Why does he get a -1?
Because his economy is so much lower than his, because it's at least 5 lower than his actual DC.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't know. All my stats are really high. Sorry.
Oh!
If it was challenging, you did it. But if it was hard...
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, I don't know which one it was.
For the option...
But in any rate, he didn't, even if he did fail, he didn't critically fail. So,
That's
there
what's
we go.
important. Yeah.
yeah.
So, to be clear, hard definitely would have been the Magister. Hard definitely would have been the Magister, and definitely would have been the Grand's Diplomat. So the General and the High Priest had a much more strong understanding of what to kind of do here. But the General would have accepted losses to your profits because of it. We'll explain what this means shortly. Back to life, back to reality. Nick, you had other advisors of yours handling other tasks at the moment. You actually had Tonscreet was kind of looking after you at the area. That's kind of Tonscreet's report coming and delivering this information to you on top of whatever it was that you came back with for your own information, right? You also had people looking to the north to discover what was up there. What the hell? Was it Shala? Right? Shala went north?
Yeah.
Okay. What I need to do is more or less treating one of these tokens like it's Shala. So kind of like a copy paste, and I've got to get you a better token in the future for you. But for now, this will work. Shrink, 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 shrink. Shala went exploring for a minute. Why don't you go ahead and roll me Shala's checks?
Sure.
Shala was doing a again, this is a stability check for Shala, so she technically has a -1, as you know. Shala normally rolls the +6, is the +5 total. Shala is trying to get some information of the clan that you have yet to interact with, sans the combative one. Because of the combat that you dealt with there, unfortunately, you are again dealing with an average to challenging roll. You are welcome to roll that whatever you'd like. It's a +5 against a 12 to 16 DC. And you have 0 luck dice, to be clear. Well, if it makes you feel any better, there very well could have been luck dice that were put into the pool for you.
What was the DC?
12 to 16 is what I said.
16.
I said 12 to 16.
Yeah, you hit the button.
I know, I'm a sadist. But you love me for it.
If
He
it's
just
12,
he just likes that
you're good.
red flashing fail. It's good.
Oh, Keegan, now you arrive. About time, sir. Way to drag your feet, huh, buddy? So, anyways, so that's going to be a failure right there. I don't think you had any others happening at the moment for this particular clan. Now, I think there was technically one more coming to you.
Dude, Shala has failed going into these guys both times now.
It's because she's your advisor.
I'm trying to be clear. I think, Ano, did you go for Kushibashi as well? I'm trying to see. Oh, there were more options? Oh, it was interrupted by Joey. Oh, that's so funny. There were more options for you, but Joey decided to interrupt somebody while they were typing. You actually had 2 other options, but you succeeded anyways. That's funny. I didn't see the other ones because Joey totally interrupted you. That's a Marshall and Spymaster both had options there. Wow, so rude.
Hashtag blame Joey.
Oh yeah, always blame Joey. He's rude. He can't wait for his turn to speak. He has to interrupt. So special only given to whoever hasn't. And repeat. No. Hold on. I'm trying to make sure I catch up on this one. Where was the one? I'm pretty sure it's what the hell's his name? Because it's all encapsulated like this. I'm pretty sure it is for what the hell's his name? The problem is it's written so vaguely. I'm not actually even sure which one it's for. I don't have it written down which one it's for. Unfortunately. Oh, that's so frustrating. Yeah, well, I have to skip it for now because unfortunately there's just too much text going in there. Yeah, you wrote it for Kushibashi, and he did too. Both wrote it for Kushibashi. All right, cool. And then, so Nick, yeah, yours. I thought so. I thought those were Kushibashi. That makes sense because of what it's called, Out of the Woodwork. I thought so, but I just wanted to be clear because it was written very vaguely, so I wasn't 100% sure there. All right, cool. So Nick, you have one more length to resolve. I'm so sorry that I didn't read the other two for you that were here. The problem is it was written literally like a month ago, just shy of a month ago, and so I totally forgot. Next one for you, Nick, is Out of the Woodwork. So this one's an economy check for you as well. DC is average for you for this one. So reports have come in from our western territories that the local farmers are experiencing difficulties in their fields. It seems that the roots of nearby trees are growing at an alarming rate, not only uprooting the crops, but in some cases the farmsteads itself, but also reducing the output. We are not sure what is happening, but it could cause more problems if left to its own devices. Your options here are General, Grand Diplomat, High Priest already did their thing, right? Because that was what Eric was. Yep. So not High Priest, Shaman, and Ignore. So General, we can't ridicule ourselves for being we can't ridicule ourselves by making a big issue out of this. Sorry, by making a big issue out of this. Let us send available soldiers to the fields, dig the roots up, and burn them. Not only will this take care of the problem, but it should also fertilize the fields because you're burning up roots and ash. Yay! All right, pot ash. So anyways, why that was for the General. The Grand Diplomat. While we may not know what the roots of the problem is, we know who could. Let us send an envoy to the Arcane Congress to ask for help in this matter. That's the Grand Diplomat. And then for your High Priest, already busy. Your Shaman says, while undoubtedly troublesome, this can be an opportunity. If we would be able to understand the phenomenon first, we may devise a counter to it, maybe even learning how to replicate it for future use, although the farmers may not be happy with our inaction. And lastly, true inaction, Ignore. This is merely a nuisance, and we have more important issues to focus on. Let the farmers figure out it's their fields after all. I honestly don't see you going with that last one. That does not sound like Narin. So,
No, Rayon is going to go.
Okay, so while undoubtedly troublesome, this can be an opportunity. Cool. So if it's Ryan that's going, he has a +7 normally because it's an economy check. You currently take a -1. You're going to roll the total of a +6 against what's otherwise an average DC. This definitely would be an average. I'm not going to modify that at all. This definitely comes off as an average. So a +6 against a DC of 12.
Thank you.
My God.
Thank you.
That is a critical success in this endeavor. That's awesome. And so I think that concludes all of them. So why don't we work through each of these and how they would play out for you? First and foremost, one of the things that you're going to do with having Ryan investigating this endeavor, which takes them 2 weeks to accomplish, Ryan is going to be well and double to more or less investigating it, finding out how it is that they're doing it, so on and so forth. One of the things that you actually realize that is causing this endeavor is while at first you actually believed it was Hafue, their druids and whatnot, that utilizing magics to cause this to happen. That's actually not true. It's actually a parasite that happens to live within the trees themselves in the nearby area. As to what's causing this parasite, that's a really good question, and certainly something that you're going to want to maybe further engage in moving forward. So if you want to leave a note called Investigate Parasite, could be a thing that you're welcome to do for your next kingdom roll. But the parasite that's inside there actually causes the tree limbs themselves to move and react in such a way that's causing this kind of a negative outcome to happen. The important thing is that the parasites it was able to be discovered how it is that you can kill or extract these parasites to, one, study them, and two, to stop the problem from doing so. With that critical success, not only did you extract and move the parasites and whatnot, you're able to actually get the trees planted, rooted in such a way. None of the trees were injured, but while the farmers were negatively impacted by this, you were able to utilize the land as almost an extra tilling of soil. If you can choose land on your western front, if you want to build 2 farms next turn, you're actually going to be able to build 2 farms for the total of 1 BP. It's usually 2 BP per farm, right? Let me just check the cost on this before I give you my.
I think so.
Before I give you my. Is that your final answer? What was that show?
They didn't change the cost in between the expanded rules that we use.
Hills.
Because normally it's 2. 2 is that?
I think it's 2 BP. Terrain improvements, farm on a plains is 2 BP. Yeah.
Actually,
1 to prepare, 2 BP.
what I would say, Nick, is that if you wanted to, even though it's not, you would be able to put a farm here and here. You'd be able to put farms in those 2 areas because you can put farms at roads, because it's your western land. So it would be the northern and the southern one. You can actually put farms in both those lands for the cost of, what did I say, 1 BP.
Yeah.
Yep. And you can do that next turn, not this turn, for your critical success. All right. After that, sir, is back to the other endeavors that you just did. I have to open my notes back up. For the one you had done prior, I feel so bad that you didn't get to read Marshal or Spymaster. Either way, so you chose to go with the High Priest, which actually is probably the best one anyways. Send your own people to go into it. So your High Priest went in there to show respect, so on and so forth. Your success on that one was just barely, right? You got a 17?
Correct.
Yeah, you got a 17 on that roll right there. And then the Shala failed, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool. So with your 17 right there, you're actually able to, not only are you able to keep the Fae at bay, you're able to choose one of 2 things, Nick. You can either A, choose to gather information, or B, choose to have a positive outcome.
I'll take the positive outcome.
Okay. So by allowing Eric to go inside there and to put on a ceremony to show his respect to the Great Fae and whatnot, or the great protectors of the woods that have come through the area and whatnot over there, he was actually not only able to keep them at bay to satiate their anger and whatnot inside the area, he was actually able to kind of work out a deal with them, allowing them to kind of convince the other Hafue that you're not actually in the area trying to cause harm. That so far in the area, you've actually predominantly been exploring and paying respect inside the woods. You do not do large burning. You do not do much of this, that, and the other thing. You actually respect the chocobo and whatnot that you take from there. Actually, I think Green came up with an awesome name, and I didn't write it down, but all of us agreed that it was awesome. Green, what was that name again, if you could remind us, sir? It was Thursday stream. I fucking loved it. But the chocobo inside the area. And as such, they've actually agreed to step back from Nick. I will allow you to roll me a D3.
Ooh.
Waiting for that result. It's always a lag when it's a fake. Oh, 3. To step back from 3 whatchamacallit, of these things. So give me a second. I'm going
Hexes?
to step back from 3 hexes and not
Oh.
to fight during them. Give me one moment. So they're going to see these hexes as non-invasive. As long as you stay specifically inside those hexes, they'll see it as non-invasive. So those hexes are going to be, we'll leave it as this one because you're already there. So they're going to respect that. They'll do this one here, which I'm pretty sure you can see on the map for yourself. And this one here, and I'll display it for chat in a second. There you go. So just so chat can see, I'm going to zoom in pretty intensely. Oh, shit. Roll 20 lagging. You guys should pretty much be able to see right there. They've been able to negotiate that they're actually going to step back from those 3 hexes right there and give you the opportunity to spread your lands into there without you being attacked for doing so. They can't control everything, but they can keep the forest itself from attacking you. Cool. Lastly, Shala. Shala went to go and investigate matters up to the north, as previously mentioned. Oh, God. Trying to move this map is painful. Charlotte tried to investigate matters to the north, was actually able to find out where the capital of this land is, and just a little bit about it, like where the river stretches to, and how much of that they happen to have inside their control. She was able to go up here and do so. However, when she did so without announcing herself. Ugh, the thing broke. She did so without announcing herself, just trying to be as discreet as possible. Unfortunately, it was discovered who she was, and the fact that she was there gathering information, not just like saying hi, so on and so forth. Easily could have been. Does a diplomat need to announce themselves? No. But the way with which she went about it and so on, it definitely left a sour taste in their mouth. They're not happy with her. She was asked to leave in a not so asked to leave sort of a way. Sound familiar, Sel?
Hey, she came off as very aggressive, okay?
Nick, as a result of this right here, future diplomatic endeavors with them are going to suffer a -4 penalty.
I'm not really worried about it.
Ooh. Well, you feel free to write that down. And we were
-4 with dead clan.
Jesus. Can you at least say dead? What's the word I'm looking for? What color purple is that? Pastel purple. All right. Moving on. That's
No,
your
they threatened
3.
my girl, so
That's your 3 right there. Back to your actual rolls. In the edict phase, were there any edicts that you personally were issuing? Oh, hey, Josh.
yeah.
Hi, Raiders. Were there any edicts that you were issuing?
Commissary. The edicts, what? Huh?
Were there any edicts you were issuing?
No, I don't think so.
And you clearly weren't raising an army right now.
It almost was. No.
Okay. And then lastly,
Yeah.
you're not withdrawing any BP.
Where's my sweet taxes? That's all I'm waiting for.
Okay. You get to roll for it. It adds 6 on top of whatever you roll.
All right, tax collection. That was normal. +6.
20.
And if I added a luck dice, is it worth it?
Well, you rolled 15
Oh, yes.
plus 29.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always worth trying for, though, actually.
But it was. Maybe. Yeah.
No, it wasn't. I don't think I got you anything extra because you had a total of 45 now.
Yeah. 45 divided by 3.
Oh, math.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
So that's 15 plus 6 is 21 extra. 21 minus 3 is you have 18 BP. Exactly where you started last time. Hey. Cool. So you are back to 18 BP. And then we have to roll for your event chance, which is a 75% chance. Now, I need you to choose high or low and announce somebody in chat. And while you're doing that, let me say that, Jake, we unfortunately are not immediately going to Kingdom Rolls for you. And the reason for that is time has passed and things need to happen from when Cell did his Kingdom Rolls and stuff that's happening around him that allows for enough time for Nick to do his rolls. We have to finish that stuff before we actually get to you. And you also might have to handle some stuff before we get to you. So that's going to be fun.
Just sounds shitty. Sounds like I've been singled out.
I mean, to be clear, you are the only not American on the stream, so sounds like you could really use some of that freedom.
We're true blues here. Have you seen? Remember? We know redcoats, and he's part of the British. They still monarchy, right?
Okay, so who wants to do my high roll?
All right, so high is good, low is bad.
Yep, high is good. Who wants it?
Who wants it, chat?
No one.
I just thought he can insult me. And
Say, LD, I can ruin you. Okay, LD, it's yours.
Keegan said, I was going to give Daddy's dice, but I'm dragging my feet so slow. Gave luck. So low is bad, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He did say he would ruin you. That's why, I don't ask LD anymore.
Yeah, LD's useless. Yeah, don't trust LD. All right.
He's my mom, but
It had to happen.
All right, so this is important. Nick, who is rolling the next D100? Or are we going to stick with LD?
LD, let it ride.
All right, ride to the end. LD, give me another D100 roll, please. A 90. Ooh, a 90 means it becomes are you ready for this? A dangerous settlement event. Ooh, Nick has 2 settlements. So we actually have to decide which settlement it is. I won't allow LD to roll for this one. I'm actually going to have Jake and Cell roll. Jake, which of the 2 settlements that Nick has do you want to represent? The capital or the auxiliary?
The capital, I guess.
Okay, and Cell, you're the auxiliary, whatever it's called. So whoever rolls higher, that's who gets affected. Roll a D100 for me, boys, and roll 20.
you gotta beat a 3.
Oh, boy. So this is the one up by the river. Okay, up by the river.
Sorry.
Okay, so LD, I'm going to have you roll again for me, sir, for what dangerous settlement event happens to Nick's little town there. D100, please, sir.
Damn, I rolled a 3. That's bad.
A 14. Oh, no. Crop failure. All right. Pests, blight, and weather ruin the harvest of the settlement's hex and all adjacent hexes. Actually, there's only one adjacent hex that has literally just one farm, because none of the hexes around it are. That's hilarious. Okay, let me continue. And all adjacent hexes attempt 2 stability checks. If both succeed, the problem is fixed before your kingdom takes any penalties from the event. If only one check succeeds, your farms reduce consumption by 1 instead of the normal in the next upkeep phase. If neither succeeds, affected farms do not reduce consumption at all in the next turn. So you have to make 2 stability checks. This is a DC 35 with a plus 30 bonus. So it's 1d20 plus 30 against a DC 35.
We should be really happy Jake won that roll.
Yes, actually, we should be very happy. That's a really good point, because that's only one farm instead of all of the other farms. Okay, just waiting to see how this motherfucker plays out. Would you like to luck die that that because you have to beat a 35? Oh, okay. Okay, go ahead. You can roll your next DC 35 you're going against.
Oh, Jesus. You know, taking that extra plot of land has come at me now.
It did. Oh, no.
This whole turn. I should have known.
Just roll a 5. Oh my God, Nick!
Well, you might as well luck it.
Yes, oh my God.
Okay. I was hoping he'd roll a 1. That would have been amazing.
Nick, dude, you rolled a 2 and a 3. You had to roll a 5.
Guys, listen. It's been years of me telling stories of my buddy Nick and his ability to roll horribly more consistently than anybody I've ever met for decades. Like, decades. Oh my God, that's so painful. Well, the good news is that one of your farms do only 1 consumption reduction next turn. One of your farms. That's it. That's really not that bad overall. In the grand scheme of things, that's really not that bad. So we'll write down here, 1 farm does 1 less, was that production?
Yeah, and then
one
just do
turn.
+1 consumption on the other.
Yeah, well, I just don't want to forget.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll just have to remember that next time. So, cool. So that sounds like good news. I think we're happy there. Cool. All right, Nick, that concludes all of your stuff. And the good news is you're back down to only a 25% chance of an event next turn. Awesome. So I liked next turn more. I wonder if everybody understands why. Anything
You
else?
just don't like W's.
Anything else we need to go over for these kingdoms and these characters and whatnot? Obviously, Cel, we need to have your next endeavor is going to be kind of like your diplomatic mission to those down to the south. But I want that to start next session. That way we can kind of like start on that foot. But at the same time, we're going to have word being sent to your allies about what it is that you're about to do and all that stuff having transpired all at once, right? So next session is going to be you sending word to them and them also talking about their own situation and everything. And then finally, after we get that all resolved, after like another week or so in game passes, then we'll allow Jake to be able to do his kingdom roll. Why are you shaking your head?
Because I was ready to do my kingdom rolls, had everything open, and then.
Oh
just-
no!
Yep.
I wasn't ready to like. You said I was good at the kingdom rolls.
Okay, well, I guess so, Jake, you'll be able to do it next time. All right, cool. So I think that's everything. It's funny that all of us came into the session, all of us being like, we all got here late. That was me. That was like, guys, I'm being late, and that all the three of them are all like, thank God. So
It really was. I was
just let
only
me know
like
anytime
cooking
the
food.
PCs are doing too well, I'll come in and ruin it with my rolls. LD, listen, Nick already sucks. Do we really need you to make it? Actually, you can help out with Cell as often as you like, LD.
Yeah, I call in LD too often. He drags me down.
Yeah. Josh, can you come
Fine
help
with it.
Nick? You know, hey, Josh, you're still here, right? Hey, Nick, ever thought of, cheating? He used to play with Dave. He knows what that looks like. Hey, Josh, want to throw me a couple of D100s? I can just toss me a D100 just to see how that would settle. So that right there already meant, Nick, that one roll right there meant you didn't get it an event. Like, he doesn't need to roll anything else. That right there, no event. You're safe.
Oh, can we roll for Jorman doing Naren's weapon?
100% we absolutely can.
Oh wait, shouldn't you have had a Winifred's wisdom for that? Oh
I
no,
already
you
used it.
spent it on yourself like a
Yeah,
greedy idiot.
I'm gonna say it was worth it.
It was not worth it.
I can't roll above it. I need to roll a 11 to succeed. I'm not gonna.
I mean,
Nick,
you have a 50-50 shot to.
Nick,
hit
do you
the
want me to
DC
lock
20.
it? This is for Nick to answer.
But go ahead, I don't care. I'm not the one who abused chat's gifts. Yeah.
Joey, can we?
Someone's not looking too hot.
Joey,
just
can we
gonna put it out there.
Can we petition?
Maybe you should get Lenny to do it.
Yeah, I might have to do it myself. Tesla's about to come over here and start making his own weapon. He has a higher roll, I think. No, he's an 8.
Some allies I got, they're borrowing money from me. Can't making promises they can't keep.
You know what's great, actually? I told Ano that I'm gonna roll really well because I rolled so badly I died last session when we played in the Star Wars game. Oh, that's great. What's happening?
To be clear, that's Lenny crafting the weapon.
That's me crafting the weapon.
This is Lenny finishing the weapon. So yeah, Lenny made a masterwork weapon and then a finely crafted masterwork weapon. Just to be clear, the gnome is better than the lizard folk at crafting.
Lenny does have a higher mod, right? Oh, he has the
Oh.
same mod.
Same mod, yeah. But to be fair though, Lenny has plenty of experience. He's an old man.
Listen, Snaga, you can say what you want, but I have treated Jorman really, really well. He's a great dude. I'm gonna learn Draconic for him, in fact.
The weapon is small size, though. Aww. He's like, look, guys, I made it. He's like, wow, that is so well made. Thanks. For you. What? Oh.
Good job, Lenny. I'm proud of you, buddy. I'd still be
You
proud
gotta
of him.
finish crafting, Shadow? You gotta do it one more time.
Oh, that's fair. This will be nat 20. That's close.
Dude, the fact that you could luck and get the same exact result that I got, like, that's
What?
crazy. That's crazy. What's your modifier?
It's a +8.
Wow, and Lenny's is a 9. What's his face's?
A +4. +9. Same as Lenny's. He just keeps rolling 8, or he keeps rolling 8s.
Wow.
If I lucked it, if I had lucked it, it would have been 27, same as Lenny.
Same exact damn thing. That's hilarious. All right, Nick. Sorry, I should say, Cell, are you streaming after this?
No,
Is there anything
Not
else you
today.
want to cover, go over, so on and so forth?
I'll be streaming tomorrow, at 9 or 8 or 10, depending on whenever I finish homework. But on Wednesday, I'm gonna be streaming Switch games because I got a capture card,
Oh, that's cool.
so it's gonna be cool.
Oh, you said Twitch games. What game you talking about?
I meant Switch games.
Switch games. Gotcha.
Yeah, maybe Breath of the Wilds or like Odyssey.
Gotcha. Anything else that Nick wants to say or add, or are you good?
I'm good.
Apparently, so isn't Jorman. Jorman's like, I just don't care. I just don't care. I just don't even want to craft it. I'm good.
35 years, still disappointed.
All right. So Jake is just handling something at home. So we're going to get out of here. I'll find somebody to raid. Let me just look real quick. Thank you guys so much for coming by and hanging out.
Rena's on.
Oh, I'm tired. I have to go to bed. I'm so tired.
Jorman jumps into the volcano to end it.
Hey, I
Right.
finally made it here. Damn heavy feet.
Probably tripped trying to jump in. Fucking failure.
He rolls a acrobatics check, fails.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Next week will be a little bit more on point. I think all of us are just a little tired.